beat us with her hand, beat us with her shoe, beat us with cane, anything that was around her. She was ballistic. Hey, it was like military regime. We were shaking. We are sorry, ma. We did not mean to. Hey. Hi loves, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Just Lover Grace and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. You know, for my past videos, we've been like serious. Today, I want to give you a gist. You know, let's have some story time. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I got into trouble when I was in secondary school. Serious trouble. I'm talking about the kind of trouble that your parents have to come to school. That kind of trouble. I'm so happy that I can laugh about it now, but then it was like, over, it is finished. I'm just really happy that I can talk about it now. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So in secondary school, I was this perfect child, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I was perfect in my grades. My grades were excellent. Like, I'm talking about excellent. I had a very good attitude. I was loved by teachers. I was loved by students. It was so serious that every teacher always wanted to send me on an errand. Do you understand? Like, they could only trust me with their food, with their water. So many times I was always running errands for different teachers. I would represent my school. Like, I was just on a roll, and I was, enjoying myself. I hardly got flogged. It was so bad that my classmates knew. They knew that I was giving that preferential treatment, and I only got flogged maybe when the whole class got flogged. And even at then, some teachers would exclude me. They'll be like, she wasn't making noise or something like that. I remember when I got to SS class, some of the guys, some of the boys in my class, they used to think that I did something for the male teachers, especially because all of them seemed to love me, especially. Like, they were just, every time in class, they would ask questions like, just Loba, do you understand? Like, they needed to make sure that I understood what was being taught. If anyone went to Unicide Secondary School, during my time, I'm sure they know me. I was a day student, but then in my school, when you get to SS3, they would advise that you join boarding school because they want to make sure that you're being adequately taught and prepared for the exams that you have, your JAM, your WAEC, your NECO, and all of that. So now I was going as a prefect, I was going as assistant head girl, and just like I expected, it was really amazing. I had a PA, and I really didn't know used to do much. She would lay my bed, she would iron my clothes and all of that. Okay, now, so on this fateful day, I don't know what entered into me and my friends. We were studying for, I think, biology. We had biology maybe next week. We were studying late in the night. I think it was like maybe 12 or 1 thereabouts. Those ungodly hours, like that's when we were studying. And then we got bored, and then we started gisting, and then someone brought up the idea, let's just do something fun, let's do a prank. What we were going to do was, we were going to go around hostel to our juniors where they were sleeping, and then we would do like funny things, like we took toothpaste, dusting powder, just some bunch of rubbish, hair cream. So they would wake up in the morning. The plan was that they would wake up in the morning and realize, oh my God, there's toothpaste here, there's dusting powder in their hair, something funny like that, And so we were very gingered. And so we went around, creeping around people that were sleeping. Our hostel mistress was asleep. Nobody was going to catch us. So they were going to wake up and not know who the culprit was. In the midst of us doing it, one girl started to cough. And, every one of us, including me, we ran back upstairs. But this girl's cough continued. And so it woke the hostel mistress up. And then before we knew what was happening, she was making some calls, and they had rushed this girl to the hospital. Apparently, when we were going around, being mischievous, one of us had mistakenly poured dusting powder like on this girl's face. I think that this girl was asthmatic, or she had like a respiratory issue, but we did not know. And so immediately this girl, the dusting powder got into her nose. It was a problem for her, and then she was having difficulty breathing, and then she started coughing or something like that. Next morning we woke up, trying to understand where the girl was, if she was okay, and if everything was fine. And then we just started hearing that someone had snitched on us. So apparently when we were doing all that, one of us did not participate in what we did. Do you understand? So she had gone to snitch on us. She had told hostel mistress, because hostel mistress was livid and was asking questions, and all of us, we're not talking, we're keeping quiet. So she had called that one to our room, and then that one had told her everything, like these were the girls, just loba, these were the girls that were involved in this. That's how hostel mistress called all of us and said that the principal is calling us. Hey, when I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, they know, because they called every single one of us. We were 7. So we went to go and face principal, and she wasn't smiling. She looked like something evil had happened. Hey, her hearts were beating. She was like, all of you should kneel down. And I need you to understand this. I was the assistant head girl. The hostel prefect was there among the 7 of us that did this rubbish. Social prefect was there. Head girl was there. Hospitality or labor prefects, one of that. So it was like 5 prefects among the 7 girls that did all of this. I'm highly, highly disappointed in you ladies. And she just shook her head. Hey. And then the next thing she was like, this is my phone. Give me your parents' number, the one that you know would definitely pick your call. I need to speak to them. So you go first. And so all of us had to give her our parents' number. As we gave her the number, she would dial it. I think I gave her my dad's number. So she called my dad, and then she was like, your daughter has been involved in misconduct, something. She just said the English one way. We need you to come to school immediately. Hey. The way she even told our parents, I could not just imagine what was running through my parents' head. And in a space of 30-40 minutes, parents started arriving. When I saw my parents, because they came together, and the look of worry on their faces, like, what has Loba done? What has this girl done? So I was on my glasses and I was kneeling. Immediately I saw my dad and my mom. I just did like this. And I told someone to help me hold my glasses, because I knew that when they heard, it's likely that I received slap. I chopped slap from my dad. The principal left us on our knees, and she went into a classroom with our parents. And we could hear people talking and shouting. Why would they do such a thing? Hey, some of us were already crying. What now made this whole thing bad is, apparently my principal had told our parents that we were in a cult group.
Charlie!
Do you understand? Like, they did not see it like we were being childish, we were being silly, we were trying to do a prank. They saw it as, we had an evil intent. Our parents came out, and my dad was the first to speak to us. And then he was like, Jesloba, is this what I sent you to school to do? And he looked at all of us, because he knew some of my friends. I'm highly disappointed in you. And he shook his head. And then the other parents were like, make sure you discipline them very well. Then it was in the midst of them talking that we realized that, okay, the girl, God saved the girl. Like, if she was not rushed to the hospital at the time that she was, something bad could have happened. But, she's fine and she's well. And so the principal would have us get up, and then she told us to go back to our hostel. But I had this, when you have a bad feeling that this is not the end, something bad is still going to happen. On Monday morning, we went to school, normal. Then we had gone back to our hostels after school, and we were preparing to go for evening prep. And then that's how someone came into our room and was like, of us should march to the proprietress office. Hey. Now, my proprietress is a no-nonsense woman. Like, she was a no-nonsense woman. Some of us were shaking like jellyfish already. We now marched to the proprietress office. Immediately we got there, proprietress had canes all around her. Billy, she said, are these the girls? Are these the girls that want to turn my school to something else? Are these the girls that don't know why they came to school? All of you knew that. It was like military regime. We were shaking. We are sorry, ma. We did not mean to. Hey, good. She said, kneel down. And then she was asking us questions. Who brought up the idea? Who did it to that girl? We said we don't know. Do we want to kill a child under her care? You, Jesloba. You're prefect. She's like, all of you, collect their badges. Hey! They collected our badges. It was at that point that I knew that, or more, just love how you don't mess up. Hey! You don't mess up. No be small thing. You don't mess up. And then after she collected her badges, she went ballistic. She just started beating us. It was anyhow, anywhere she touched. She beat us with her hand, beat us with her shoe, beat us with cane. Anything that was around her, she was ballistic. My friends were crying. I remember that I did not cry because, you know, I was having an out of body experience. You know, when you are, I brought myself out, and then I was watching what was going on, and I was like, how on earth did I get myself into this mess? And then the following morning on assembly ground, they called us out, and then they told us that we had been suspended from our prefectship, whatever. They relieved the cleaners in the school of their work, particularly the cleaners in the toilets, for 3 weeks. They now said that we were going to walk barefoot for that 3 weeks. You need to understand what this is. So we're going to clean the school, clean toilets for 3 weeks, and then walk barefoot for 3 weeks. On the assembly ground, when they called us out, there were tears in my eyes, and I could not look at the faces of like some of the students who like were my friends or my juniors, because it was very shameful. So on the following day, we were on the assembly ground, and you know, we had already started our punishment, and you know, I was barefoot and I could not take it. I literally ran to a classroom and I cried all my eyes. They could not understand, you know, why it was such a big deal for me to walk barefoot. But I'm like, this has to be the lowest. This has to be the lowest form of degradation that you could do to a man. That's why I was just speaking English. I'm like, no, you don't understand. How will I dress up? I'll be walking barefoot. And they were like, they thought it was like I was thinking about the hygiene part of it, but it was not. I just felt like my dignity was stripped of me. It was very deep for me. And you know, they were consoling me. And so for that 3 weeks, we had to walk barefoot around school. It didn't matter where we were going to. So my own movements were highly restricted. Like, I made sure that I got someone to buy me things. I tried not to walk around anyhow because I could not stand it. My friends, they did not care. They were like, I beg. At that age, I think I was 15. It was like the worst thing that could ever happen to a man. After the 3 weeks elapsed, they gave us back our badges, you know, told us to be of good behavior. I still graduated as the best graduating student. Yes, we forgot about it and we moved on with our lives. So yeah, that is my story time. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want me to tell you more stories, let me know in the comment section. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.